What is up, everybody? I am George, and I go by the 80s Transformers fan. And before me, I have a oldie but goodie. When I say oldie, I've had this thing over a year. It's Titans Returns Deluxe Class Fracas and Scourge. And my package is kind of bent up and beat up. It's been sitting here. I've been waiting to review it, been waiting to open it. And I'm trying to get through all these guys so I can get to my Triptychon and my Ford Max. And this is kind of my build up to those guys, in case you were wondering why I'm digging deep into the past here. Well, into the recent past. This is the back of the packaging. It has Scourge in robot mode with the triple barrel gun action. It has him in his vehicle mode, his sky boat. It shows what you can do with the head transformation. This shows Skull Smasher, which used to be Skull Cruncher, Galvatron, which I'm going to be reviewing soon, and Autobot Blaster, to name a few. I don't have Blaster. I got Skull Smasher somewhere around here waiting to be reviewed. So I am going to get Scourge open. And before I even get into it, I prefer the Takara version. Never got around to getting it because, frankly, I never got around to even opening this version. So now this might be the catalyst for me to get going on the Takara version. So I'm just going to unpackage this guy, unpackage it with you. Here's his collector's card. The bottom of the packaging houses his instructions, which we should not need. I'm not an instructions guy unless it's very expensive and I don't want to break the toy. Here's his collector card, artwork from the packaging. Obviously, Scourge, Hasbro, Titans Return. Turn it over. It has Scourge and Fracas's strength, speed, intelligence, and firepower abilities there. Check that out. And to get Scourge out of packaging, and again, I don't know why, and I'm sure they worked it out this way on purpose. The Takara versions are usually better painted, more detailed, and generally more, I guess I'll say, cartoon accurate than Hasbro, which it should be reversed, but I'm sure they did that so they could sell their foreign market toys to the other countries that normally wouldn't go after them, because you kind of get one version, like the hardcore collectors have to have, can't wait for the Takara version, buy this version, and then go after the more accurate version. And like I said, I'm sure that's done on purpose. Out of the packaging, his head is wobbling. I want to say a little bit, but that's kind of a lot. It's just small. His little pieces going everywhere. See his little hand jutting out to the side. It goes back in there. Here's his little headpiece for the headdress. I don't know if it actually goes on the toy or not, because he has a little mock one right there. Actually don't know where this damn thing goes. Don't see a place for it to tab in. And put that off to the side. Here's his gun. Unlike a lot of later guys, it doesn't separate. And could put this right in here for the triple barrel look, which why it's not stuck on there anyway, I don't know. Well, I guess it attaches once you have him in vehicle mode. And I'm learning this. I've never seen a toy review on this guy. So as you see, I'm unpackaging and I'm going through it, and I can see he has painted on to look like the G1 stickers here and here. That's pretty cool. Has a cartoon accurate rounded shoulders. We don't get the little pink fingertips at all. Very action figure-y look. Yeah, you can see where it tabs on right there. Again, this is new for me. It's probably old hat to a lot of you people watching, a lot of Scourge fans, and he has a serious bobblehead. Taking a look at him, not much going on with paint apps. He has a little teeny tiny Decepticon logo there. I wish they had just put it over here and maybe split this paint to these two side pieces here, forming a V. But he looks very strong, very bulky right here with the arms, the forearms, and like again, he could have had. It's a lot of molding in detail on this figure, a lot, and they could have painted some of that, abs or something, just to make it stand out. But not overly impressive in robot mode, but he looks good. Looks very much like Scourge. Take a look at his face in here. You can see the mustache, the little beard, the eyebrows going on. Looks very cartoony except for the squareness because of the head. The Titan Master folded away. Turn him around. He's not sporting much kibble at all. Looks very good in the back. Bring him back to the front. Put his gun in his hand. See how he looks. Again, he could have used some paint to break all this blue up. Okay, now for articulation, and it's pretty much the same on all of these figures. Nothing to get excited about. Never seen anything new or amazing on these guys. First bit of articulation is his head bobbles. Okay, that's not articulation, but it 360s, and it's not very stuck together well. He can look up a bit. I don't think it'll hold the pose. Oh yeah, he can hold it a little bit. You can push it down, not holding that down. I don't know if I can force it, but he can look down. Oh, what is this now? An action feature now? Coming over to his arm. 136. Oh, you can move the wing out of the way. Wow. Love that. 360 there. Has a bicep swivel. It will 360. Elbow joint. Comes about that far. Not a whole lot because he has the bulky forearm. The plastic has a little shimmer to it too. I don't know if the camera picking it up. Has a little flecking in the blue, which is not always nice. The arms don't, the hands don't do much. There's nothing much at the wrist. There, I got it out. You can fold his arm up, his hand up into his forearm because of the transformation. Can't talk. Nothing at the waist, and they could have put something in here because it's clear of that. They could have had it swivel, but they just said screw it. All these guys pretty much have clearance to do the splits. Plenty of clearance there. Stand him back up. He has an upper thigh cut. Most of these deluxe class figures can do that. Knee bend. And a little bit out of toe. I'm sure that's transformation folding up. Said the toe, the foot. And he has no rocker. And I've accidentally extended the guy. So we see he can extend. Next I'm going to pop off the head. Get these back out properly. Pop off the head. Bring it closer, even though we just took a look. Take one more look before I get it transformed. There he is. Look like an old grouchy man. Get off my lawn, Autobot. Transform him. You just unfold him, and his head just hangs around in the back. It doesn't get covered up. It doesn't flip or rotate anymore. It's just face on the back. Face on the back. And his arms, they 360 if not hindered by kibble. They're not 360 in, but you can force it. I know they're on a bob joint because I popped a couple off before. And he has like a screw right in the middle of his chest, which isn't really cool. Then they decided to put paint apps on this guy. He has a silver face. I don't know if they just stopped doing it or what as they went along. But this is an older figure I'm getting to. He has a silver face and a red visor, which is very cool. And oddly enough, for some reason, he has paint on his legs, on his lower legs. Why that is, I don't know. Some of these other guys could have used some paint, but thank goodness for paint. And they could have slapped a little Decepticon thing on there. Anyway, you could take this guy, as most of the earlier guys, and sit him in the weapon. And I guess he can still make it walk around while he's sitting up there. But there's Fracas, which was a target master. I guess in this mode is a target master again, with the triple barrel action going on. Okay, I'm going to get this out of here. Now I'm going to try to get him Scourge transformed. And have no clue, but sure I can work it out. There's the front of the jet. I don't know if these actually open up, and they do. Assuming his legs collapse into here somewhere. And alright, that extends and it rotates. Open this leg up. Get it to collapse if I can. Not sure where the arms go. Gonna have to take a peek at the packaging. Alright, after a quick peek at the packaging, I guess I was doing it correctly. I just had to keep going. And I'm gonna go back to the gun and take this off, which becomes the headpiece in vehicle mode now. It's kind of weird, it's kind of different. And here is, I believe, man, it seems like it would fit together better. Scourge. Again, going by the packaging. I think this is the Japanese version on the box, the Takara version, because these are blue and on the box they're a cream or a gray, I should say. And on here, instead of a gray, it's just a pale blue, light blue. But here he is transformed anyway. Looking at it like this, it's pretty cool, but if you start to swing it around, you get, you clearly see that's the chest without even flipping it. And then there's the entire body underneath. And I think that this is very weak, and it could have been done a lot better. And a lot of people say, well, I'm not going to display it, you can't see it, but, you flipping it around, you playing with it. And, they're marketing this to kids as well as adults. You can clearly see that. I think it's weak. And I'm going to be done with that. So, usually these things tab in somewhere. You can put it here, port over there on either side, 2 of them. You can get his gun in there for some extra firepower. I'm not sure if it goes anywhere underneath. I can't see where it can plug in. I think that's the only place it can plug in. And let's see if we get the Titan Master on board. Okay, I just disintegrated that. Okay, pull the cockpit off. And also on the front hinge. That's why. Okay, snaps back on. No problem. Titan Master inside. No problem. And you can see them in there, which is cool. I like how they did that to all of these guys. Oh, wait a minute. I found a place for the gun. Put the gun right there. I believe it goes right there. You reattach this and pop that in there. And I guess you can fly him. Completely messing up today. Put this guy right here. And there it is. Really didn't want to stick. And there's no real landing gear underneath. Yeah, so I guess that's it. Removed. I don't like that sitting up there. It doesn't really tab in that well because of this part sticking up. I don't like it anyway. But here he is in his space boat cruiser mode. Like, not that impressed by this. I think I like it better in robot mode. Not that the G1 was that impressive in the first place, but it's cool. It's better than that one that came, we got at BotCon a few years back. So there is Scourge, completely devoid of any landing gear at all. Not that the landing gears on these figures is great in the first place, but this is what you get. I can't believe this doesn't tab or snap. Guess the friction holds it pretty well for now. But all right, of course I wouldn't get out of here without bringing in G1. Here's G1 Scourge, and these guys, the deluxe classes are a lot smaller than the later G1 guys. They probably fit in pretty good with the first run, the 84-85 wave guys. But here are the two side by side. You can see where he takes this inspiration. The little bolt modes, a little bit more techy around certain areas. It doesn't really have these two, whatever they are, and they kind of, I guess, more rocket or jet engines. They kind of submerge them down into the sculpt of the figure. Still has the split Decepticon symbol. I'm not sure if I got this guy all tabbed in together, or maybe my Decepticon symbol is just not painted that great. But yeah, here he is next to the original. Not much to show, not a lot going on either one of these figures. Okay, I got these guys all transformed. And we're going to take a look at the similarities in this robot mode. I'm going to bring them forward. First thing I'm going to do is focus on the faces. And you can see that the faces are very similar, even though this head is a lot smaller. They pretty much try to stay G1 faithful with the roundness of the shoulders as well. The painted middle chest over here and the sticker chested over here. The small Decepticon logo off to the figure's left side. Coming down to the waist, they have the little molded ab area. This one is a lot more detailed, a lot more pronounced. Then they have the little yellow sticker here, the little red, barely detectable paint app over here with a much better waist. Come down, he has the die-casted gray thighs, and they kept a straight blue over here, which they probably could have benefited from this type of blue because they didn't use gray. And then a little sticker down here. They duplicated it pretty much exactly. And then you come down to his little pointed feet. And I'm going to spin him around. You come around to his back, nothing back there but the wings. And I discovered you could just leave this little piece on. You don't have to take it off and make it a 3-gun piece, but you can if you wanted to. And just the back of the legs, the little vents down here, and these stickers are supposed to be like engines or vents. So very, very G1 accurate, or a very good G1 take on this modern figure. And that's all I got to say about it. I like it, don't love it. It's an older figure, still hanging, shelf warmer. I think they made a lot of them just so you could army build and make the sweeps or whatever. And I don't know if this has inspired me to go ahead and grab that Takara version. I might if I find it at a local toy show at a good price. Somebody trying to just get rid of it or something. But not to ramble on, I am George, 80s Transformer fan. See you soon.